welcome. It is Frankie Boyer, and joining me today, there are very few zone practitioners. And by the way, I just want to say that Dr. Goyette will be doing an event for other practitioners that want to learn the zone in August. Is it August 8th, Dr. G?
August 8th, yes, Saturday. It's a Saturday, August 8th. It'll be a 9 to 5 full day of high principles of healing and learning the physical zone technique, but also the principles behind what actually heals. And that'll be in Waltham at the Hilton Garden Inn in Waltham on Totten Pond Road.
Yes, very conveniently located. So anyone out there, did they need to call you to register? How is that working?
So they can call the office, so 978-834-6056. They can also go to the website. I actually have a separate website, which is healthzoneenterprises.com. And if you end up on my actual website, there is a link. It says Zone Seminars that you could click on that, and that will bring you to the other website, which is healthzoneenterprises.com. And, of course, they can always
I just want to say, this is a very powerful technique of healing. And anyone out there that is a practitioner, and I have a lot of them that listen to the show, this is really perfect. It's right up your alley, because we know for a fact that this is an opportunity to expand your practice and to really get into, maybe you've been wanting to be a healer. This could be the avenue and the opening for you to do that, because perfect zone health, the bottom line is that we want to get off our medications. We want to get off that old paradigm of this is how you are when you age. We want to be like the 81-year-old woman with Alzheimer's that said, the heck with all of you. I'm not going to own that disease. And when she was given the diagnosis 15 years earlier from 81, she went and changed her life and her lifestyle. And now there's no sign of her disease at all. Nothing. So we want to be like that 81-year-old woman who went across country at 81 talking about how she has cured herself of Alzheimer's. We want to be cured of everything that is affecting us, to be in perfect health, to be in perfect zone health. And that's what this technology of working with the mind, the brain, the biome, every part of our body, that's what this is about. So make sure, if you know of anyone, please contact the office and let them know. And that is really important. Really important. So, Doc, let's talk about something I wanted to get into last week, and we never had a chance to do it. Father's Day is coming up. And what's the deal with men and their health, in your opinion? Why do men not want to hear what they need to stay healthy? Because they procrastinate and they put off, and it's to their detriment, because women are outliving men in this country.
Well, I think a couple of things. First off, June happens to be Men's Health Awareness Month. So just from bringing up a level in the dialogue to men about health and being healthy and just staying healthy is a way for them to just participate a little bit more. So just from a standpoint of, hey, June is Men's Health Awareness Month, and we're talking about health. We're not talking about pathology. We're not talking about sickness or conditions. We're just talking about the body's natural state of well-being. And in some sense, I actually like the fact that men just go about their day and go about their business, just realizing that their default state is health. So as long as they're doing things to just stay in that natural state, they don't need to think too hard about it, okay? But when they do get out of balance, you don't want them to just ignore things and push through it and just, sometimes our culture has this thing of men are super strong and shouldn't show weakness and just have to push through. One of the things I love about when men come into my office is they're all about business. They're like, hey, let's get done and do what we need to do to get me to here. I got to get back to my life, whether it's, be the producer for my family, get back to work, making sure I can engage with my family and be with my family and play with my family the way I need to as a dad or as a husband or what have you. So they're always about, let's get down to business and do what we need to do, get it done, and then, hey, thanks for all your help, and if I need you again, I'll call you later. And that's fine, because their default state is health. Once they're healed and they're healthy and they're in their balanced state, they'll be healthy. So, I think in some ways women can take a lesson from the men in the sense that, get this stuff taken care of, and then once you do, just go about your life. Live it. Go
love
have
that.
a healthy life.
I do love that. Yeah, I do love that. So we become addicted to the noise about what we should and could and do. And I think a lot of men don't get into that. You're right.
Yes. I mean, we live in a world that's very suggestive. I mean, every part of your world is suggestive. So when you are being around people or watching things or reading things or what have you, you want to be aware of the fact that it's just a suggestion to you. If it's serving you in some way that is good for you, then you would be smart to pay attention. But if it's not serving you, then I wouldn't take those suggestions, whether it has to do with finances or health or getting well or what have you, I would dismiss those. So everything you do is a suggestion. So many of people who are sick, whether it's man or female, they have a lot of suggestion to them that's making them sick. And so when they come into my office, the first thing we're identifying is, hey, you got out of balance somehow. And I'm not exactly sure how that happened. But what I do know is that when I reset the system or systems that got out of balance, your body has no other choice but to manifest and express properly, which means they're healthy. And if they come in, we're paying attention. I'm listening to them. I'm watching them, and I'm seeing where they might have a suggestion about health that was negatively impacting them. And we're straightening that out. We're changing that so that I'm giving them a better suggestion about health so that they are literally getting the direction that they need to heal and heal completely.
One of the things that you and I have had a conversation about is that the reason why I like Perfect Zone and working with Dr. G is that I'm not getting what I need from my healthcare system in this country, because there is no healthcare system in this country. And that's the sad facts, Dr. G.
Well,
we have a Band-Aid approach. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I was getting ready to say we live in a managed care system or a sick care system.
Yeah, absolutely. So when we come back from break, we're going to talk a little bit more about that and why this is such an unusual and extraordinary practice that Dr. G, as a healer, is creating for all of us. Because when a brain zone fails to send proper signals to the body, all the cells are not going to function. And medicine can't help us. There isn't any medicine that's going to help that. The website is marketsquarechiro.com, marketsquarechiro.com. The phone number And if you're a practitioner, call at 978-834-6056 and go to Health Zone Enterprises, and you'll one important message for you. Listen up. Vitamins are not as effective unless required mineral cofactors are present. And there is one unique complete vitamin product that has all minerals necessary for vitamins and amino acids to work in the human body. It comes in powdered form, and you mix it with water in a bottle. It tastes great. And if you're like most people who try it and use it regularly, your life and health will change noticeably for the better. The product is called Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and there is nothing on the market that comes close to it. Most people who try it love it and notice dramatically better health and well-being almost immediately. Try it for yourself and see if you agree that Beyond Tangy Tangerine should become a part of your life going forward. Order it at FrankieBoyerHealth.com. That's FrankieBoyerHealth.com, and change your life in health. FrankieBoyerHealth.com.
How would your life look if you had balance? I'm David Hampson, entrepreneur, speaker, and award-winning author of Rainbow Gold, building a business that's both the journey and the destination. Let me show you how you could achieve that balance in your life by building a business that creates success and personal fulfillment. Through engaging stories and practical lessons from my own entrepreneurial journey, beginning as a postgrad student immersed in science with no formal business education, to becoming a successful acquisition entrepreneur, I reveal how leaders can build companies that are profitable, resilient, and meaningful. Central to the narrative is the butterfly effect, the idea that small, decisive actions can create monumental shifts in your life and business. In my book, you can learn the philosophy behind this by visiting www.myrainbowgold.com. That's myrainbowgold.com. Get your copy today.
This is Frankie Boyer with the man that's giving us all these hacks to save money, Larry Weingarten. LarryWeingarten.com, The Philosopher's Wrench is his book, and a real quick tip about replacing water heaters, because more than likely the water heater does not need to be replaced. It can last 50 years, but there's an important piece to this story. Go ahead and give it to us.
It's simply called the sacrificial anode rod. It's a magnesium rod, generally, that screws into the tank. Unscrew it periodically, check it, replace it when it's worn. You can get those 50 years out of the tank. That's simple.
50 years. That's
50.
simple. 50 years. For more information, Larry once wrote a book about it. You have to Google it, but you'll find it. LarryWeingarten.com, and The Philosopher's Wrench is his book. More tips coming up with it. I want to be able to have a life where I can move. That movement is going to be important to me. It may not be to you, but it's very important to me. And to be able to move and to have flexibility and to go up and down the stairs and chase after the dog in the park and do all the things that I happen to like doing, which is a lot of walking and running around and doing things. And, you know, it's just a busy life. I want to be able to have my way about me, to be able to do that. And our Dr. Goyette is with us today, and Dr. G is with Perfect Zone Health in Amesbury. And you are, you look at the zones that are not functioning optimally, and you fix them and you help us. So let me ask you a question. How do we say to people that our healthcare system, it's not that it's just not designed to give us what the zone techniques give us? I don't understand how you would think that the zone would be the answer. In my opinion, it feels like the answer.
Well, again, let's give the medical system its due. There is a very appropriate time to have a medical system, and we have some of the best medical systems in the country for acute emergency type medicine where, if you got into a car accident, you broke a bone, and you needed to have it set. Great. Got a great medical system. You need stitches. You're in the throes of an emergency, saved a life type thing. We have a great medical system. But when it comes to health, those are two different things. They're apples and oranges in the sense that creating health is different than managing a condition. So right now, the way the system is set up is first acute care, and then if you survive the event or you get out of the emergency, the only thing they're designed for is managing a condition or managing disease. They're not equipped to build health in the body. So in order to build health in the body, you need to be interacting with the body in a way that's creating health moment to moment to moment. The best that they'll do is use their drugs and surgeries to manage conditions. I mean, just even in what they do, think of people who are on medications. Unless they're interacting with somebody who's creating health like I am, they're on their medications for the rest of their life. In fact, they end up adding more medications to their list. When have you known somebody to come off their meds once they started? Because they don't even have that in their treatment plan. They're on it for the rest of their life because they're using the medication as a way to manage a symptom or a condition.
Yeah. So this is the problem. So there's no shades of gray. It's all or nothing. It's that one pill mentality. It's that, as you said, for trauma, this is the best place in the world to be. We're so fortunate that we live in Boston, New England, because we have UMass in Worcester. We've got, Mass General, Brigham right here in Boston. We've got all of the hospitals. We're very fortunate. But what about the aches and the pains that don't go away? And what about not feeling great every day and waking up with, I just can't seem to get my strength. I can't get my focus. I can't get myself together. What about those kinds of things that fall in the slips in my world? They fall into the dark crevices where doctors can't help you. So the zone may be the answer for you. I know it's the answer for me. I can't talk about what works for you, but I can talk about what works for me. And one of the things that I've noticed, and this is a really big thing, everybody, what I've noticed is that my energy, my chi is really spectacular. I was on the road yesterday and had to do a lot of things and a lot of different places at different parts of the state, and I was able to do it all on top of all the other things that I do in a day. And do it with energy. And not just, was moping around. I think that we deserve more than what we're getting from our healthcare system today. We deserve so much more. And that's why when the zone was recommended to me, I was like, okay, I'm curious. I am curious. And now that I understand how all of the zones work, I'm beyond impressed. Because before a session, Dr. G will use these points on the back of my head, and some of them will be very sore. And when she's done, there's no soreness. There's no, I got balanced. And it's that quick. It's that simple. It's that easy. And who doesn't want to be balanced in this world today? With everything that we're up against every single day, the fight that we fight. And that's why Dr. G is doing this on August 8th. August 8th, Dr. G will be doing a workshop on the zone technology and teaching. It's a very rare, she's one of the few in the country, let alone teaching other practitioners and other people that want to learn the zone and learn more about it. And so it's truly extraordinary when you start to unravel all the different zones of the body. I mean, it's really extraordinary. We're talking about the glandular system, the elimination system, the nervous system, the circulatory system, the muscular system, the digestive system. Those are the zones. And, you know, some people notice an immediate difference after their first zone adjustment, depending on, you know, what's going on. Others gradually see the change in their body over time, and their aches and pains begin to subside. Their digestion may improve. Their energy increases as they begin to eliminate toxins more readily. And the most important piece is the body wants to heal. The greatest doctor on the planet, as Dr. G says, is the one inside you. And I love that, Dr. G. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, your body is a self-regulatory system, and it's a self-healing system. So your natural state is health, and if it, for whatever reason, somehow gets injured or out of balance, it does, even without you realizing this, it is initiating healing. Okay, but sometimes it got so disturbed that it may need somebody like myself to come in and reset it. So it promotes the healing so that you can go through a complete heal cycle and put it to bed completely and get back into your natural state of health. And, you know, to your earlier point, Frankie, you know, there are many, many paths to healing and being healthy. Okay, I found that the zone technique for me, I was getting what I thought was great results and good results within my profession, thinking, hey, I'm doing a great job. But when I came across the zone technique and I started applying it, my results went through the roof, and they're consistently going through the roof. And I'm helping people in ways that I didn't even think I could possibly help. So for me, it comes down to results, consistent results, and being able to have the confidence to walk into a room when a patient's in front of me and feel like, hey, I, number one, will be able to determine what's going on. I will know what I need to do. And when I do this, I have full expectation you're going to heal from whatever condition or ailment you're coming into me for. Because when I know how to interact with the body, I mean, a technique should do two things. One, it should tell you what's going on and what you need to do, and then it should give you the avenue to apply it so that you can go through the heal process and create that. So I am super excited to do this with my patients, and like you said, there are many of us. We're getting bigger and bigger in our, in the zone technique. There's several thousand throughout the world now at this point, but there needs to be more, and it doesn't just have to be a chiropractor. Like I said, there's many avenues to healing. So the zone technique is about balancing the 6 systems that make up the body. And if I'm a chiropractor, I'm going to use my adjustment to stimulate points along the cord. If I was a massage therapist, I would hold pressure. If I was an acupuncturist, I use my needles. But the point is, whatever modality you use,
fascinating.
When you start to interact with the body the way the body needs to heal and reset every single cell, tissue, and organ in your body, it will heal. So if you
and that's
are
the miraculous piece of this. That's right.
That's right. If you are
We've got to run.
And you want bigger results, certainly check out the zones.
Check this out. Yeah, 978-834-6056, and then marketsquarechiro.com, marketsquarechiro.com. Hey, we've got to go. We'll be right back. Stay tuned, Frankie Boyer.